Alright, so admittedly this is going to be a bit of a rant. I'm going to ramble on a bit. This video is going to probably be longer than most of my videos, but I really have to address a few things here real quick. And obviously we're going to be talking about Springfield Armory, the IFMA, Rock River, everything that's going on in Illinois, because about a week ago, give or take, Springfield put out this video apologizing and saying they opposed this bill, they didn't know what was going on, they fired the guy, they disbanded the IFMA, and please forgive them because they do care about your rights and freedoms and liberties. And ever since then, I've seen people popping up that are now defending Springfield in a couple of very, very strange ways that I really have to address in this video. Now, it's not a lot of people, it's just legitimately a handful, but still I need to address this. Now, before I address those really strange 2 points, I gotta say a couple things right off the bat. Springfield knew exactly what the IFMA was doing. There is no doubt that they did not, okay? From the very beginning, the congressman who wrote this bill said that this bill was not going to pass without the IFMA and Springfield backing off their opposition. You see, they opposed it from the very beginning, and because of that, there were some other congressmen that were not going to vote for the bill because they were more scared of Springfield and the IFMA and that kind of thing, period. So from the very beginning, Springfield and the IFMA and Rock River could have stopped this bill simply by continuing to oppose it. But instead, they took a deal. They backed off their opposition, which allowed some of these congressmen to go ahead and vote for it and allow it to pass Congress and be able to go on to the Senate, and eventually it'll go to the governor's desk where he will probably sign off on it, okay? They could have stopped it from the beginning. They were stopping it from the beginning until they decided to stop stopping it, back off their opposition, and allow it to pass. Springfield Armory did that. They allowed an anti-gun bill to pass. They allowed something that is against the rights and freedoms and liberties of Illinois to pass. They were stopping it until they decided not to. Period. Those are the facts of this particular scenario. 2, I really hope that people out there are not just all of a sudden defending Springfield simply because they own a Springfield, okay? If you have a Springfield XD or a 1911 or Saint or whatever it is that works for you, great. All right, everybody has the right to keep and bear arms and defend themselves, and if that's the gun that works best for you, great. Keep that gun, love that gun. Nobody wants to talk shit about your gun. But you can love your gun and despise what this company did that is very much anti-Second Amendment. The two are not mutually exclusive. You don't have to go one way or the other. You can love your gun and hate what Springfield Armory did. So please, I hope you understand that. I mean, hey, look, I hate Hitler and what the Nazis did, but they made some pretty sweet guns that I would love to own. Same thing. I love the Makarov, all right, but I hate communist Russia, all right? So the two are not mutually exclusive. Just because you own Springfield doesn't mean you can't hate what this company did, all right? So now let's address the 2 points that I keep hearing all these people bring up. 1, what about the workers? I mean, you know, if we stop buying Springfield, if we keep trashing them, if we keep talking about what they did, I mean, eventually their sales are going to go down. They're going to have to lay people off. I mean, shouldn't we care about these workers? No, we shouldn't. I'm sorry, shit happens. I've worked for companies that had to do layoffs and I lost my job. I'm sure a lot of you guys out there have had that happen. Sometimes companies make mistakes. Sometimes companies put out products that people don't want. And guess what? Those companies go out of business. It happens every single day in this country. It's just a part of living in a capitalist society. It sucks for the workers, right? But is that more important than the rights and freedoms and liberties of the people in Illinois? No. No, it is not. Not in any way, shape, or form. And you know what? I'm pretty sure that during the Revolutionary War, some people lost their jobs. Some people lost their livelihood. Some people lost their lives and the lives of their family members. But guess what? Freedom and liberty and independence was more important than them keeping a job. Okay? That's just the facts. That's just part of living in this society, in being an American. And for some reason I don't understand why people all of a sudden don't get that. Reason number 2 I'm hearing for people defending Springfield Armory all of a sudden. Well, you can't just boycott a company and not buy their products anymore and try and get other people not to buy their products simply because they did something wrong, they made a mistake. Oh, yes you can, dumbass. Again, that's capitalism. What the fuck is going on right now? Seriously, I'm seeing people who supposedly care about rights and freedoms and liberty and are you know, conservative, capitalist, Republicans and whatever else. All of a sudden now they're against capitalism? Because tell you what, both these points that people are making, whether it's about the workers or boycotting or whatever, these are both aspects of capitalism. That's what happens in a free society where we can decide what products we do and don't want to buy. And that's a part of living in America. If you don't like it, you can go to Russia or China or wherever else. That's fine. But guess what? I have the right to not like Springfield Armory, especially because they did something that goes against our rights and freedoms and liberties, specifically the people in Illinois. I have the right to say I don't like them. I have the right not to buy their product. I have the right in a capitalist free society to say, hey, I don't think you should buy that product either. And hey, I think we should boycott that company, even if it does result in that company shutting down or laying off workers. Again, that's American. And anybody who doesn't think that's American, anybody who somehow thinks that this is wrong, they're the ones being the hypocrite. You out there, if you think this is un-American, if you think that boycotting a company because they did something wrong or not buying their product and risking people getting laid off is un-American, you don't understand what being American is. You don't understand what living in a capitalist society is. This is completely and utterly ridiculous. I don't know where this argument came from. Look, if you want to defend Springfield Armory because you think they didn't do anything wrong, that's fine. I'm with you on that argument, right? I don't believe that. I believe they knew exactly what was going on, therefore I'm going to be against them in this particular scenario. But if you believe they didn't know, that's fine. That's a good reason to defend Springfield Armory. But defending them because you like their guns, or you're worried about people losing their jobs, or somehow you think boycotting is un-American, then you don't know what the hell you're talking about.